why didn't I read that before I brought it up? I was humiliated at the cashier because I didn't know that this was like 18 plus material until I got there, and then I was like, ooh, I mean, I still got it because I do want to read it because it looks really fun. But I'm like, Greetings friends, it's Breana and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys all of the manga that I have purchased recently. The problem with buying manga is that every series has like a million volumes, and then once you start collecting it, every time you go to the store you want to just keep buying more and collect the whole thing, and it's seriously a problem. I've bought way too much recently and I'm running out of space to store it. As you can see, the bookshelves behind me are already full. I've been keeping these on a bag in the floor of my living room, but I'll figure out a way to aesthetically store these later. But I'm really excited. I purchased volumes from series that I've already finished that I really love. I've bought volumes from series I have not read yet that I'm really excited to start. There's just a great collection here of things that I love and I hope to love, and I am excited to share them with you. So the first series I got is Kaguya-sama Love is War. I am very sure you guys have heard of this series already. It is very, very popular, very hyped online. Both the manga and the anime have a ton of fans, as it should. It is now one of my favorites as well. If you guys haven't heard of it, Kaguya-sama is a romance manga. It follows the story of our two main characters, Shinomiya and Shirogane. They are the president and vice president of the student council. All of the other students at school really look up to them. They're a huge inspiration for a lot of the other kids at their school, and they both secretly like each other, but they're too proud to admit that they have feelings. So the whole series is about how they go through these shenanigans where they try to manipulate each other and other people to get the other person to confess their feelings first. And that is the basics of Kaguya-sama. It is slow burn, it is rivals to lovers, it is miscommunication trope, which I normally really dislike, but for some reason in the context of Kaguya-sama, it is so well done and so funny that I never found it that irritating. It is very slow burn though. This is just a warning if you're going in. I feel like a lot of romance manga that I really enjoy are typically slow burn, but super fun. I highly recommend. The anime is also really good as well. I was going to purchase more of the volumes, but not all of them have been translated to English yet, so I want to wait until the whole series has been translated and see if they're going to release some type of collector's edition. So for now, I have just purchased the first volume and the 14th, which is a very special volume for fans, you know why. And yeah, the next thing I got is volume 10 of Witch Hat Atelier. This is also extremely hyped online, and I think it needs to be hyped more. More people need to be talking about Witch Hat Atelier and how freaking good it is. It's already really popular, but I still think at the level of popularity it's at now, it's still underrated. More people need to be reading Witch Hat Atelier. I'm so serious. If you get one thing from this video, it's to start reading Witch Hat Atelier. It is a fantasy series. It delves into the power dynamics of magic, into the ethics of who gets to use magic and what it's used for. There's political intrigue, there's found family. It's just so lovely and well written, and the art style, as you guys can see, is just gorgeous. I had a hard time binge reading this, not only because the subject matter was getting pretty dark and heavy, but because the art style is so gorgeous. I spent a lot of time just appreciating how gorgeous the art was as I was flipping through. I don't know what else to say to get people to read this series. I tell everyone to read it. I made my cousin buy all the volumes when we came to Kinokuniya. I made my other friend pick up all the volumes when we went to Kinokuniya. Like, I have been trying to bully everybody to start this series. It is just fantastic. It starts off just very unassuming, following this little girl who loves magic, but then things start to hit the fan, and then from there you get introduced to this very complex world of magic, and the world building is excellent. I think the pacing is very good, and I have no complaints whatsoever about Witch Hat Atelier. I think everyone should read it. It's fantastic. The third series I picked up I have not read before, but it was recommended to me by my friend Monica from It's Monica Kim. This is the Savior's Book Cafe Story in Another World. I had asked for some fun, like any type of manga to read, and Monica had recommended me this. It is about a girl who, I think it's an isekai story, and she gets transported to another world where she doesn't want to be a hero. She's like not interested in being the savior of this world she got isekai to. So she just opens up a bookstore, and then shenanigans happen from there, I think. And there's also romance, I'm assuming, from this like handsome gentleman on the front cover. I don't know too much about it, but I really trust Monica's recommendations because we read a lot of the same books and we have a lot of similar opinions. So I picked up the first 2 volumes to be able to check this out, and I'm really excited. Monica, I will let you know if I like it. I'm sure I will because your recommendations have never done me wrong before. So yeah, if you guys have read this before, let me know what you guys think, and if you haven't, then read along with me and we can figure out if this is gonna be a new favorite or not. The next thing I got is Berserk. I don't know anything about what this is about. I'm gonna be so honest with you. All I know is this man is guts, and that I got photo ID'd when I purchased it because you have to be 18 or over. So I was like, what's gonna be the content of this one? So I'm probably gonna look up trigger warnings before I jump into this because I'm assuming based on this and the fact that I got ID'd at the counter at Kinokuniya, it's probably violent in nature, and I don't know what type of violence that might be. So I'm definitely gonna look further into this before I start, but it is a very, very popular, very well-loved series. Everyone and their mom has already read this and loved it, and I know that everyone hates the anime adaptation, and that's about the extent of my Berserk knowledge. But yeah, if you guys have read this, let me know what you think, and maybe any like CWs for what I should be aware of before I start. But yeah, I purchased this because I figured I need to start getting into the classics, if you will, and seeing what they're all about. So Berserk Volume 1. Another series that I got ID'd for when I went to the counter to purchase is My Dress Up Darling. I got volumes 1 and 2 because I saw it on the shelves. I thought the art style looked so cute and the girls looked so cute, and I was like, oh, My Dress Up Darling, probably like some fun manga about like fashion and design or something. And then I just picked it up. I didn't really look too much into it, and then I brought it to the counter, and then the cashier was like, can I see your ID please? And I was like, for what? And then I looked on the back and I was like, okay, rated M for mature. And then I read a little bit of the synopsis and I was like, do you why didn't I read that before I brought it up? I was humiliated at the cashier because I didn't know that this was like 18 plus material until I got there, and then I was like, ooh, I mean, I still got it because I do want to read it because it looks really fun. But I'm like, about the about the content on the back. I don't know. I feel like I've heard of people being a big fan of this series, and I was like, I'd like to check it out too. The art style looks so fun, looks unassuming, and then I got ID'd for it, and then now I know why I got ID'd for it. But I will be reading it. I will let you guys know what I think. We'll find out what is happening and what those quotes mean and how it fits into the larger context of the story, because right now I am confused. But yeah. I also had one friend recommend this to me, and I don't know what that says about her and what she thinks of me and what it says about me that she thinks I would enjoy it, but we'll find out. So yeah, My Dress Up Darling, the 5th series that I picked up, volumes 1 and 2. The next series I picked up is Princess Jellyfish. I think this is an omnibus volume if I'm not mistaken, because it's kind of large. I'm assuming this is like a couple volumes in one. This series I had read when I was pretty young. I think I was still in like elementary or middle school at the time, and I had watched the anime series as well, and I really loved it, and I saw it on the shelves and I kind of wanted to revisit because I don't remember much of what the story was about. I just remembered it was like really fun for me when I was a kid, and I was like, I wonder how I would see it now through the lens of an adult. And so I picked this up. I think if I recall correctly, it's like slice of life genre, and then it follows the main girl who's really into like nerdy things. She's a big fan of jellyfish, hence Princess Jellyfish, and then she moves to Tokyo, meets a bunch of other like nerdy girls who are into very specific interests like trains, Japanese dolls, etc. And then she meets a very beautiful and fashionable woman, and then they become friends, and then things happen afterwards, I assume. But yeah, I picked this up just randomly, remembering that I liked it a lot when I was a kid, and it was one of the first anime that I had watched on Netflix, I think, when I was first kind of diving into the world of anime outside of what was just streaming on TV, like on Toonami and stuff, and really liking it. And I think the art style is really cute, so I'm really excited to delve back into this. I'm interested to see again what I think of it now as an adult, and I'll get back to you guys about whether this is as fun for me now as it was for me then. And I know it's a really beloved series too, so I think I'll still enjoy it a lot. Along those same lines, I also picked up the first collector's edition of Fruits Basket. So this is volume 1. The sides are really cute. They're all different colors and they like line up on your shelves really nicely. And I did buy the first 5 volumes for my friend Tiffany. I read by Tiffany also. It's her favorite manga series and anime series, if I'm not mistaken. And I had liked it a lot too when I was a kid. And similar to Princess Jellyfish, I don't remember that much of what it's about besides the main character, Toru, like lives in a tent in the woods or whatever. And then she finds these boys who then let her live with them, I think, and then they're all animals of the zodiac. So then there's like the cat and the rat who are the 2 main love interests, and then I don't remember anything else from there. I watched this as a child. I haven't watched the reboot of it, which I heard people really like as well. So I wanted to kind of get back into it again, trying to rediscover things that I really liked as a kid that I don't remember much about and seeing how I think of it now. I don't think there's any way that I'm not gonna love Fruits Basket, so I figured I'd pick it up collector's edition so that in case I want to get the rest of them, they can be the cute versions. But I'm really excited. Let me know if you guys love Fruits Basket as well, because I know this is a favorite series for a lot of people. So yeah, I'm excited about this one. The second to last series I got volumes 6 and 7 of A Man and His Cat. This, similar to Witch Hat Atelier, if you guys haven't read this, you guys absolutely should. They are not the same type of story or level of like sophisticated world building at all, because obviously Witch Hat Atelier is a fantasy story and A Man and His Cat is slice of life, but they both brought me so much joy and I had so much fun reading them. And especially for A Man and His Cat, it follows the story of this middle-aged gentleman and then his cat. This man had recently lost his wife, she passed away, and they had always had dreams of adopting a cat together. So when he goes out to a pet shop and sees this cat, oh sorry, this one's not his, this is his cat. This cat right here he sees in a pet shop, and all the other customers are ignoring it, saying that it's too ugly, they don't want to take it home, and he says he wants to give this one a home and build a wonderful life with him. And so it's just about like these two going through the trials and tribulations of life together, going through grief and loss and trauma, and kind of just healing together. And you get a little bit of perspective, like POV chapters from the cat as well, and they're just vignettes through his life, but there's also an overarching storyline as well, so there's other characters that you guys can see here. And it's just so warm and sweet and healing. I don't know how to explain it. I think my Goodreads review was like, this series like tucked me in, changed my life, told me everything was going to be okay, etc. And I really do think that it's not just overwhelmingly positive at all. Like I mentioned, it does deal with a lot of heavier topics like grief and trauma, but it does so in a way that kind of gives you hope that, you know, sad things happen, bad things happen, and you can heal from them. And with the help of other people and letting other people into your life, like you can all heal together. And it's a lot of feeling of community, and there's a music aspect as well. You can see from like the piano and the guitar. It's just chef's kiss. A Man and His Cat. Why am I getting like emotional talking about it? Anyways, highly recommend this series. They're very short. I own volumes 1 and 2. I borrowed volumes 3, 4, and 5, but my library doesn't have 6 or 7, so I just picked that up so I can continue the series. But I highly recommend. It's very fast to read, and I think it's just so sweet. The last series I got is my personal favorite shonen of all time, Mob Psycho 100. You guys have probably heard of it already. It is very popular, and season 3 recently ended, and that is the series finale, so the story has finished. I bought volumes 2 through 9 because Kinokuniya didn't have volume 1, so I still need to pick that one up. And then I got the extra version where it follows Reagan's story. So I have already read all of it, I have watched all of it, but I wanted to own it since it is one of my favorite, if not my favorite series of all time. And it is a, I guess, fantasy action, I would say, like genre within the shonen demographic. And it follows our main character Mob. Let me find a cover where he's actually on it. Follows our main character Mob. He is a middle school boy who has psychic powers, and the whole story is just about him trying to come to terms with how powerful he is. He makes friends along the way, and it is actually ultimately a lot about character development as opposed to very fantastical plots that are normally in like fantasy shonens. And I really liked the pacing of this story. I think the art style is really wacky and fun. The storytelling is really funny. If you guys know One Punch Man, it's the same author. And it just, I don't know, it's very important to me as a person, and I want to keep holding them up, but there's so many of them. So Mob Psycho, yeah, if you haven't watched it already, I know a lot of people are turned off by the art style because it's a little bit different than what they normally are used to, but I say don't let that turn you off, because Mob Psycho is just wonderful. I cried a lot in the last season because I just knew everything was coming to an end, and I had been following the series since I was, I think, in high school when it first started. And I'm 25 now, and it just means so much to me. I think that everyone should give it a try, even if you think like, oh, this story doesn't sound like something I'd be into, or the art style is turning me off. I definitely say give it a shot because the characters will worm their ways into your heart, and the action scenes are very fun and well illustrated. Like the anime series is just fantastic with its animation. Yeah, I think it's a little dark horse in the shonen world. Like they're the big hitters, and then I think Mob Psycho, like even though it's extremely popular, people don't think about it as much, and that's why I realized I said dark horse and it says dark horse right there as the as a publisher. But yeah, Mob Psycho, I think it's a must. I am biased because, like I mentioned, my favorite of all time. However, I think I'm correct. So if you have some free time, you want to binge watch an anime or binge read a series, might I recommend Mob Psycho 100, because as you can see, it owns my life. I also have a little, where is it? I have a little Mob Psycho standee right here. I have art of it in my room. Mob Psycho has been so important to me for such a long time. Like I want to say like almost a decade now, that I want more people to read it. I want more people to watch it and enjoy it. I just realized this is out of order, and it's fantastic. I've been talking about it for a really long time now, but yeah, invest your time, invest your finances. You will not regret. Okay, the last things I got are not manga, but they are manga/anime merch. I just want to show you guys really quick. I got these stickers of Gyu and Zenitsu from Demon Slayer. I thought these were really cute, and I think they're made to be able to put on luggage based on what's on the back, so I think they're supposed to be quite durable. I'm excited. These are very cute. I do want to spruce up my suitcase, so I got these. I also got those like mystery boxes where you can get little keychains from various series, and it's like one of the designs on the front. I got this little Anya keychain, which is so cute, from a mystery box. I normally don't get mystery boxes unless I know that all the options inside are something that I would like. Otherwise, like I don't want to spend $10, $15 and just be upset at what I got. So then I also got this guy. She's so cute in her pajamas. Is this focusing correctly? There she is in her pajamas. And then I got this. She's so cute. Her and Lloyd are taking a nap. I love this little found family and spy family. It's everything to me. I thought this was so cute. There was also a really cute Damiania keychain, which my friend pulled in her mystery box. And then I also got this Jujutsu Kaisen backpack from Box Lunch. I'm just like obsessed with this. It's part of the Loungefly series, I think, that makes all of these backpacks. I might be mistaken, but it was in the Loungefly section of Box Lunch. So it has the iconic outro of season 1, Jujutsu Kaisen, on the side. It's super colorful. So I don't know when or where I will wear this, but I just thought it was so cute that I couldn't pass it up. And I also, from Box Lunch, got, I think I put it inside this backpack, I got 2 shirts from Studio Ghibli because they had a sale. And it's this striped t-shirt with Totoro on it. I thought it was very cute. I'm into stripes these days. I don't know what's coming over me. And this Princess Mononoke shirt, which I think is so cute as well. I'm excited to wear these. I think they're fun, tucked into like a little tennis skirt or something. So this and this, cute. And that is everything that I purchased at Kinokuniya and Box Lunch. A lot of manga, as you guys can see. I'm hoping to expand my collection, but first I need to buy some more bookcases so I can store these things. And I need to get volume 1 of Mob Psycho. So a lot of things on the to-do list to be a true manga collector, but I'm really excited to start some of these new series and to continue ones that I've loved before. If you guys have any manga recommendations for me, things that you've read recently that you loved that are like less popular than the mainstream ones, let me know because I'm always looking for new recommendations. I'm really in my manga era right now. Drop your recommendations below. If you've read some of the ones that I bought that I haven't read yet, let me know what you guys think. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys again next time. Read Mob Psycho. Love you. Bye.